He's the rock and roll clown and he does cocaine. But who is the man behind the paint?
Dr. Rockso is essentially a scumbag. And if you don't know somebody like that, it means that possibly you're the scumbag.
FlynnsArcade.
He's a lunatic rebel with a hyperactive disorder and a license for rock with a permit to roll. His name is Dr. Rockso. He's the rock and roll clown and he does cocaine. But who is the man behind the paint?
Hi, this is FlynnsArcade. We all know the show Metalocalypse, but how well...
He was the son of a physical therapist, a young boy with a penchant for trouble named Leonard Rockstein.
do you know?
One day, while looking in the newspaper, Rockso spotted something. It seemed that Zaz Blammy Mataz was looking for a singer.
Recurring character.
He just had the attitude. He was like a firecracker in clown paint.
And they skyrocketed to fame almost immediately. The rock and roll clown was on top of the world.
Dr. Rockso. Let's find out. Let's go. Dr. Rockso is essentially a scumbag who shows up periodically to sponge off his friend Toki Wartooth. We've all got somebody like that in our lives. They show up every now and again just to make our lives slightly worse because he needs something. And if you don't know somebody like that, it means that possibly you're the scumbag. In order to understand Dr. Rockso, we first have to understand Toki Wartooth. Toki is the most innocent member of Dethklok, and he develops friendships over the years with various figures, such as his estranged father, his guitar teacher, a little girl who's very ill, and his real cool cat.
I love the way your furs felt on my face. You made me happy. Let's go!
What a great way to honour Toki's cool cat, and you know, it's a shame that they destroyed the Sphinx in the process. But for some reason, Rockso is different, and he's managed to survive his friendship with Toki for a number of years. Toki absolutely loves clowns, and he even hung out with a clown-themed serial killer, you know, a real one as well, back in his youth. Let's have a look.
Toki Wartooth's personal history shows that he has a strong trust for clowns.
Yep, that's another serial killer joke in an Adult Swim cartoon, and I believe that serial killer is called John Wayne Gacy. Part of the reason is that Toki just finds him really funny.
Yeah, it's me, Dr. Rockso, the rock and roll clown!
But there's a reason for this. As we know, Toki had an awful childhood.
I spent so many days in my childhood years in the punishment's hole. But what my parents didn't know is that I had a friends with me. A friend who listens to me and keeps me safe.
And his only comfort during this awful time was his clown doll.
As long as my friends was there, nobody's could hurt me. Kaka, I love you. I loves you too, clowns.
Yeah, so poor Toki, I mean, his backstory's really, really sad. But yeah, that's why he likes Rockso so much.
Guys, don't worry. I know it's Rockso. This time it's going to be different.
But Toki's feelings for Rockso are in stark contrast with the rest of the band.
Toki, there's something wrong with you. You're right. You're fucked in the head to continue helping that fucking clown.
My God in heaven, I hate that clown.
He is shit personified. Toki, we should have a professional look at you.
Fines with me, but mentally, I'm as healthy as a horse.
And in fact, it's not just the band, it's Charles Oftenson, the manager, and he particularly hates Rockso.
Put the boots to him, medium style.
But that phrase, put the boots to him medium style, that pops into my head pretty much every day. It's like he's just stuck in there. But yeah, it's a recurring gag that he gets him beaten up by clocketeers every time he encounters him. And I think this is the first time he did it. Rockso is at heart an artist, and here we're going to have a look at one of his earliest songs, I'm Just a Rock and Roll Clown.
Woo! Come on, girls!
But unfortunately, not many people have seen this video for the following reasons.
This one was banned from music television because you could see my junk through my jumpsuit.
I believe that is what is known as freeballing.
They weren't featured in the clip we just watched, but Rockso made his name in a band called Zaz Blammy Mataz. Zaz Blammy Mataz have attempted to reform several times over the years, but unfortunately it never goes to plan, as we'll see here.
There was that one time they almost reunited, but Rockso drank a whole bunch of acid right before he went on stage and just spent the whole night spraying some lady with huge tits in the front row with a big spraying thing, and they didn't even play one song. Cancelled. Then there was that one time they were supposed to reunite, but Rockso the night before smuggled like 20 condoms worth of cocaine into his intestines. Then he ate some super spicy Mexican food and the condoms melted in the OD and he couldn't perform. Cancelled. There was that one time they were about to reunite, and like Rockso borrowed $20 million from the Ecuadorian drug cartel. They're like, give us our money back. He's like, no, we're not gonna give you your money back. And they're like, well, you were gonna shoot. He's like, well, fine, shoot me. And they shot him, and now he pees out of the side of his dick. And they canceled the show.
However, when the band actually manages to get it together, they're really, really good. Even Nathan's blown away here.
Second queen, you gotta suck it to the top and stay with me, darling. Oh, we did it!
Great work, pal!
Toki, I never thought I'd say this, but Dr. Rockso's fucking amazing!
One of Rockso's defining characteristics, in fact his only defining characteristic, is his problem with substances. They've caused him a lot of trouble over the years, and now we're going to see him hit one of many rock bottoms.
As Rockso's appetite for cocaine increased,
Nobody took your sandwich, man. Man, you're paranoid.
And it gets worse from there. Here we'll have a look at Rockso, closely resembling David Hasselhoff when he was at his darkest hour.
continued to spiral even further when he became the subject of his own short-lived reality show.
It got so bad that Rockso really did appear to hit a genuine rock bottom here, and he found himself at a crossroads in life, and he turned to Toki in his hour of need.
But that ain't all. I also huff pain, and I do crystal, man. Heroin, pain pills, oxycontin. I do it all.
Okay. Dude, okay, what do you want from us?
I'm so scared and he needs your help.
Luckily for Rockso, the band manages to organise a successful intervention, and this persuades him to change his life. And here we'll see the Elton John inspired song he wrote about his turning his life around.
But all good things, they must end. Goodbye, snowy road. The tears made me so sad. No, I cannot take it no more.
It's so successful that Rockso even hands himself into the police.
Are you guilty?
All I know is this. My name is Dr. Rockso, the rock and roll clown. And I used to do cocaine.
Oh, yeah.
I am clean.
So as you can see, there's hope for us all. A newly sober Rockso, along with rehab centre owner Ricky Kicks, organises a sober festival which was headlined by Pickle's old band Snakes and Barrels.
This month, for the first time ever, the new, energized and sober Snakes and Barrels will headline the Ricky Kicks Sober Town USA No Drugs Allowed Sober Rock and Roll Show, hosted by Leonard Roxy.
And here we'll see Rockso giving an inspirational speech about sobriety.
And the key to getting clean is killing that part of you that was hurting you. You gotta kill that part of yourself. And for me, it was that clown. That damn clown. The clown had to go down. Leonard Rockstein didn't like to do drugs.
The whole thing started off so well.
Leonard Rockstein's a nice guy with aspirations. Leonard Rockstein's going to DeVry, learning how to be an IT tech, getting his shit together. Not the clown. The clown loved cocaine. The clown loved stealing and hurting his friends. The clown did it all.
So, as we've just seen, Rockso was not in a good way with his sobriety. He was really trying at this point.
But I wrestled that clown. I wrestled that clown and broke his face, and I said, "Clown, get out! Get out! Clown, get out!" Anyway, I've been sober about 2 months, give or take. Thank you.
But, you know, I think somebody in such early recovery really shouldn't have been taking on something as difficult as a rock concert. But considering that Ricky Kicks is one of the worst people we meet in Metalocalypse, I'm not really that surprised. I mean, like, as you can see, he blames everything on the clown. He's not really taking any accountability for his problems, and so, yeah, he's still not recovered, really. Who knows? Are Rockso's struggles at the rehab meeting foreshadowing of future events? We'll find out. Unfortunately, things don't go too well at this concert, and we'll see here why.
Hey, get this guy out of here. Look, he tried to bring in a bag of drugs. Coke, heroin, cherry pie with pot in it. Get the hell out of here, you piece of shit. I'll take this and destroy it later on.
So that big bag of drugs that got confiscated at the concert, is that a Chekhov's gun? Let's find out. As predicted, Rockso's stint at the Sober Festival is not going well.
This is actually my first time being on stage sober. I can see you, baby. I do cocaine. I really do cocaine. It's really good to be back on. You know you do. You want to do that sweet cocaine, baby?
And here we'll see what happens when Rockso discovers the confiscated items that we saw earlier. So as you can see, temptation appears to have gotten too much for Rockso. And look what happens next. Yeah, so it looks like Leonard Rockstein's long gone and the clown's back. Aside from Toki, Dory McLean is the only person Rockso has ever expressed any affection for. However, their relationship is far from wholesome. Because this is on YouTube, I really don't want to go into too many details about Dory McLean, but if you've seen the show, you know exactly what I'm talking about. At one point, the band winds up having to organise a reunion concert for Dr. Rockso's band, Taz Taz. But in an attempt to promote the tour, Rockso does a series of publicity interviews, and here we'll see what happens though on the eve of the first concert, when he meets with a gotcha-style journalist.
She a sweet-sucking queen, and that was no joke. Dory McLean was indeed 14 years old. You had sexual encounters with a 14-year-old minor. Word got out. You became the chief target for local police. And they wanted your blood. Your only way out was to disappear. You gave up everything you had.
They met in Texas many years ago. Rockso wrote a song about her, and he was thrown in prison.
You gave up your music, the band. You gave up the girl that you loved. You gave up your soul. Gave up your soul. Gave up your soul. Gave up your soul. And now you sit before us, a worthless piece of shit.
Owing to having so much invested in the Zaz Blammy Mataz tour, the band decided to reunite Rockso and Dory McLean, who's now grown up.
Leonard, it's It's me, Dory. Dory McLean.
Damn, you got old!
Well, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, so as the journalist said earlier, he really is a piece of shit. Off the back of the Dory McLean incident, it's very difficult to imagine Rockso going any lower, but here we'll see what happens when Toki decides to buy Christmas presents for his bandmates.
Oh, and shoppins! Yes, shoppins! To buy each and every one of you the gifts, and I wants to see the looks on all your fat fucking faces when I gives you great presents! Ha ha! Fucks you!
I don't believe I've ever been spoken to like that before.
So as you can see, that's a really nice wholesome thing that Toki's doing there. Is anything going to show up to mess it up? Yes, of course it's going to. So here we'll see what happens when Toki goes to a shopping mall to meet Santa.
You, sir, would you like to talk to Santa Claus?
Yes, ma'am, I just wants to talk to Santa Claus about my potential Christmas presents. Ho-ho, who wants to Toki? Oh, Dr. Rockso's you am Santa's Claus. It doesn't make sense.
Yep, Rockso's back in Toki's life. He's back on substances. And unfortunately, he's back in Toki's house.
Oh, what did I miss?
Toki! Why do you smell like piss and cocaine?
Oh, that's not me. Hello.
Toki's been attending meetings for people who have relationships with people with substance problems, and he's learned quite good coping strategies there, so he'll see what happens when Rockso attempts to tap in again for money.
Dr. Rockso? Oh, Dr. Rockso, not feeling so good. Oh, give me some Christmas spirit in here. For the record, Dr. Rockso, I can't get you drugs. That's what enables you. But I loves you, even though you am's powerless. Rockso loves you too, baby.
Now you give me those fucking drugs! I'll fucking kill you! You hear me? I'll fuck...
I mean, that was great what Toki just did then, and it also shows what a scumbag Rockso is. He's just gone worse and worse and worse, and I think this is potentially, I don't know, after the Dory McLean incident, I don't know if he can sink much lower, but it appears that he can't have friendship with anyone without taking advantage of them in some way.
But something I can put in my nose. Oh, damn. Oh, I gotta be something Dr. Rockso could sell for some sweet cocaine. I need that. Christmas gifts for Toki's pals. Bingo! Oh, hey, man. How much Dr. Rockso get for this slop? Hurry up, baby. I got something to do. Guess what? Okay.
And here we'll see how poor old Toki responds to the theft.
My gifts! There's them scones! Balloons! Who's it laser balloons on the ground and steals all my gifts? Rockso!
So on account of the balloons being left there, it looks like it's an open and shut case, but, you know, I'm sure Toki knew exactly who'd stole the presents. The reason why there's these Christmas scenes going on is during this episode, Murderface was attempting to do a Christmas TV special. All of the band's mums are there. It's not going particularly well, but let's have a look at what happens with Rockso and Swisscar's mum.
Check it out, Squiz Girl. I'm getting a hand to the job from your mom. Baby. Oh, man, she's got that Swedish grip. Oh, it's like you playing that guitar. Oh, fiddly, waddly, oh.
What the fuck? That's my girl!
Oh, is someone having a bad Christmas?
You get your hands off her!
Yeah, so in light of all of this, it looks like Rockso is beyond redemption. He's a terrible, terrible person. He treats Toki like crap. He treats Toki's friends like crap. He treated Dory McLean like crap. And I'm pretty darn sure he treated his band like crap too. But let's see if he can prove himself towards the end of the canon.
Hey, swing by and pick up Dr. Rockso on your way to the funeral, baby.
Oh, well, I kinda said I would hangs out with Magnus. Sorry, says I can't.
He a dirty old hunk of shit, Toki. He a garbage can. That's why he done been kicked out of Dethklok all those years back.
So that was quite a brief moment, but it was a really important moment because As we know, Magnus Hammersmith really was a very dangerous person, especially towards Toki, considering what ultimately happened. And so Rockso was doing a really decent thing there by trying to warn him. I mean, albeit he was trying to bum a ride off of Toki, but he did do the decent thing by him then. So maybe there is some hope for Rockso after all. So now we're getting onto the list of all the good things that Rockso's done. It's a very short list, so the video is not going to be very long at this point, but let's have a look.
We need some drugs.
I don't have none. What's we gonna do? Oh shit, we're fucked.
So that's a huge piece of character development right there. I mean, considering Rockso's passions in life, they all seem to be about substances. And now we see him literally giving away his favourite substance in an attempt to save the band. So that's really cool. He's obviously changed. I don't know why he's changed, but he also looks quite different in that clip because he's actually wearing a white jumpsuit. He's changed quite a bit. I don't know. No one knows why. It happens off screen, but yeah, he's a different person towards the end of the saga. So far this video has been spoiler warning free. I figured the fact that you're watching it means you've seen the whole of Metalocalypse. However, I'm about to talk about the Army of the Doomstar, and that film only came out last year. So just in case you're watching this and you haven't seen it, I'm about to talk about it. So please switch this off now and go and watch the film because, you know, I don't want to ruin it for you because it really is good. For those of you who've seen the Army of the Doomstar, you'll remember that quite early on in the movie, Nathan has a really bad time. He's really physically and mentally not well. Abigail doesn't want to marry him. He decides to break up with his fans. It's really one of the saddest things I've ever seen in Metalocalypse. And just as Nathan thinks his life can't possibly get any worse, here's what happens.
This is G, baby. I hope this is an F. Red like me. I can hear my monitor now. I used to hit that note. Come on, Thomas. Give it to me now.
You'll remember just how sad that moment is. I genuinely care about these characters, and seeing Nathan in such a bad way was genuinely upsetting to see. So I was really relieved to see Rockso at that moment, because if that movie had got any sadder, I'd have had to have switched it off. So he really lifted the tone at that moment, and I personally really needed that. So it gets a bit of redemption there, even though it was kind of being a show off and stuff, but it was really good to see him doing what he was doing at that very moment. And what we're going to see next is what I believe to be the symbolic death of Rockso.
Hereafter, but Dr. Rockso, nobody's going up to that backstage party in the sky, baby.
Yeah, so as we just saw, he was wearing his white jumpsuit again. So he's back to being good Rockso, and it looks like he's passed away at the end. I mean, it could be just part of his performance, and it could be just symbolic. But ultimately, this is the last time we're going to see Rockso because Metalocalypse is finished. So unfortunately, this video's ended on a sad note. But yeah, that's it. It's the end of Rockso, and we've literally just seen him die. So he was a terrible person, but then he went okay towards the end, and now he's dead. So what do you think? Did you remember Rockso that well? Because it took me quite a while to get all these clips together, because I always remembered him. I thought he was hilarious, and I used to always look forward to seeing him show up in Metalocalypse over the years. I know some people dreaded seeing him, but I was just living for it, so it was really great to remind myself of Rockso's finest hours, even though he didn't really have any until right at the end. But how did you do? Could you remember all these things? I couldn't really remember quite a bit. I was quite surprised to see Toki meeting John Wayne Casey. That bit completely passed me by back in the day, so that was a new thing for me. And I've also forgotten quite a bit of lore about Toki's clown doll. That was a new thing for me. So let me know. I mean, I'm not the biggest Metalocalypse fan. I mean, some of you will know me from doing that Venture Brothers series that I've been doing, so please, if you're into the Venture Brothers, check that out. but that's what I've been concentrating on. So this is the first thing I've done on Metalocalypse. I am quite the fan, but I'm not as big a fan as I am of the Venture Brothers, so I'm sure I didn't know as much about this show as I do about the other Adult Swim classic. If you haven't already, please could you drop the video a like and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button, because I do content like this every week. I've been doing a series on the Venture Brothers, but I'm trying to do videos about other media nowadays, but I'll always keep going back to doing Venture Brothers content. So if you're interested in the Venture Brothers, please give the channel a go, because I've done loads of stuff on them, so please check them out. If you don't know what to write, please could you just drop me a cocaine in the comments, or a Dory McLean, because apparently comments really help the algorithm. So that's all from me. Unless anything comes up in the meantime, I'll see you next Sunday.